Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. This is, I don't know, we don't have a name for him yet. No, none of us can agree on what to call him, but we love him nonetheless. He's so sweet. Yeah, my daughter wants to call him Sawyer. I like Dexter, and we just kind of revert and call him the little kitty, because right now he's still a little kitty, but he's just the sweetest guy. But anyways, I don't know if I said welcome back to my channel, but welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer again, and I am HIV positive. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about and let you know, I learned some very important information recently. I attended a CPR training class for the after-school program that I attend. So they wanted us to go get, CPR certified, which is obviously a really good thing to know if you're going to be around a lot of people, kids, and all that. So we learned how to use like the AED. I still don't know what the A stands for, but like electronic device. It's the pads that you put on somebody that will like jumpstart the heart. By the way, something that I didn't know until I took the class is that it does send an electric shock to your heart, but the machine does all of it. You can't shock somebody with it. It's actually impossible. So they're super, super, super safe, and the machine talks to you and tells you exactly like what you should do. And yeah, they're amazing. So every school should have one, and they should not be locked up in the nurse's office. When there's an after-school program happening, there should be one available for the after-school program, because something that happens with school sports is that kids get hit in the chest with balls, and this can happen, and their heart will go into defib or whatever that is, and the electrical current that runs from the SA node to the other one gets off kilter, and the heart could stop. Like, it's totally possible. So these are used in situations like that, or somebody's having a heart attack, I don't know, or no, the heart stopped. Don't use it if they're having a heart attack, if the heart stopped. So anyways, during this class we had a man, well, I kind of complained about him in another video because of his the way he was teaching the class with regards to HIV and blood-borne viruses. I'm not going to get into all that because that's just a whole nother topic, but I did walk away with some really important information that I just want to share with you guys. Hopefully it will get out, and maybe, who knows, somebody's life will be saved. So the most important thing I learned during that class is that, well, first of all, we are all allowed to help people that are in need, and we're like legally covered. There's a law for it, and you are allowed to help people, even though you think maybe you don't know what you're doing or whatever. Even if you're not CPR certified, you can still help somebody who is in need. And so basically, if you come across somebody who isn't, their heart has stopped, but you don't know for sure, right? Because you can't see their heart, so you don't know for sure. So you basically would just talk to them first. If you see somebody that's down and they're, not moving, talk to them first. Hello, do you hear me? Loud, move them maybe a little bit, a little nudge. No movement. Then you can, resort to something a little bit more forceful. And if you feel like that's not getting their attention and they're not rousing from this, they want you to take like the knuckle down the chest and rub it real hard, because apparently that's a real painful thing. And so somebody should rouse from that if their heart is still beating. If they don't wake from that, it's a real good chance their heart isn't beating. And so first thing, obviously, call 911. Everybody knows that. Call 911 when there's someone in this kind of situation. He was talking about the fight or flight thing. Like, a lot of people think in this situation, well, they freeze for one thing. They don't help people. So this happens a lot. And I'll tell you a story that he told us that blew my mind. So anyways, call 911, and then you basically need to just start doing chest compressions. And if they rouse from a chest compression, then just stop. But if their heart is truly stopped, then the blood isn't flowing. And the second the blood stops flowing, the oxygen to the rest of the body and the cells the cells start to die. So they need that oxygen. And so what's even more important than the breath in the mouth and all that is just pushing, and you're pumping their heart for them. So the thing that he told us that just stuck out to me so much, and look online to see how to do a chest compression correctly, because I'm not going to go through and make this a whole CPR video, but what he said that stuck in my mind was that he's been doing firefighting for 35 years, and of those 35 years he had 300 calls that when he arrived he needed to do chest compressions. of those 300 times when he did chest compressions, he asked us to, let him know how many times do you think that there was a save, that somebody actually survived. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, probably like 125, around there, right? He says 12 times. 12 times somebody came away and survived when he did chest compressions. And I'm thinking, well, then why are we learning this? Because it clearly isn't that effective. So he says, of those 300 times, after each time he's at a call, they have to write up a report, obviously. And one of the boxes he has to check off is whether somebody was doing chest compressions when they arrived on the scene. 25 times of those 300 times, somebody was in the midst of doing chest compressions on the person down. There was a civilian doing chest compressions on the person down. Of the 12 times that he was able to bring someone or back to life, I don't know, save their life, it was from those 25 times. So this is where the problem lies, is that when someone's heart stops, you have basically, or they have 3 to 4 minutes before it's just, there's nothing left anybody can do. It's over. The brain has not had enough oxygen long enough. The heart hasn't had enough oxygen long enough, and there's really no turning back from it. So 3 to 4 minutes is about the maximum. So the fire department, typically most fire departments take, depending on where you live, obviously it could be much longer in some areas, but an average, I guess, like in a city or a town, would be about 7 minutes that the fire department gets the call and they are on their way to the scene. So 7 minutes. So there's no way that somebody could actually survive if their heart stopped and they just waited for the fire department to show up. So they need that person in between, the middleman, you, to help that person. And so I encourage everybody to go online and look and see how you correctly do a chest compression. I can tell you that it's 2 beats per second. It used to be 1 beat per second, but that wasn't enough oxygen getting through to the body still, so people were not making it. So it's 2 beats. It's like doot 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 doot. It's like that fast. And he said that they used to do it to the song "Staying Alive." Staying alive, staying alive. And then I guess that was too slow. So they tried to come up with a new song, and I guess they suggested 3 songs to the, as he put it, the old white farty old men, and I don't know, wherever they are, that are the head of the CPR department of the US. I don't know. And apparently they said no to the 3 songs because they were hip hop or rap, and apparently they checked the lyrics and they were all clean, but they still said no, it's not gonna work. So whatever. So they came up with, I guess, the song Baby Shark. So Baby Shark is the song now that apparently has the same fast beat as who's gonna sing Baby Shark when they're pushing on someone's chest. Anyways, there is a whole way of doing it, and where you should have your hands and how you should have your hands. Like I said, I'm not going to turn this into a CPR video, but I really want and encourage everybody to go take a CPR class if they can. Apparently Seattle has an amazingly high survival rate just because so many civilians know how to do chest compressions. You don't have to even do what do you call it? Breathing in their mouth, mouth resuscitation. You don't have to do that unless you feel comfortable. But he said it helps for sure, but what's the most important thing is that heart is, basically the blood is flowing through the body. You're pushing, keeping that blood moving as much through the body as you can to keep the oxygen still like hitting all those vital organs and everything until they can get there. So there's really nothing you can do wrong, really. You literally can't. The person basically is already dead. So and he said, like, people literally get into a flight or fight mode when they see somebody down, and a lot of people avoid it and just think someone else will do it, and they think there's got to be a doctor around here who will do it. That's not the case. Like, everybody is allowed to help somebody. So I just found it fascinating that of those 25 times that somebody was doing it, those are the 12 that he got. Other than that, everybody else died. And there's a way to do it for babies where you hold around their body and you push with your thumbs like this. And, of course, for choking, you hold the baby upside down and you whack them really, really hard, actually, on the back is visual was disturbing, but that's basically the baby Heimlich. He talked about the Heimlich maneuver and how it's just a winner of a maneuver. It works like every time, and it's really satisfying because it always works. I mean, you just really hard. You just got to get up in that area. Again, watch a video on it and see how it's done, and just pull really hard and back. You have to get behind somebody and you make like a fist with your hand, get in that area underneath there, basically like it looks like it's like the bottom of your ribs, kind of right in that area. And the way our lungs are made and our body's made, it's like the air that's compressed in there just can't go anywhere else. Just like a liter of soda or whatever, you squeezed it, the top's gonna pop off. So it's the same idea completely. So or premise is what I was gonna say. So that's really important too. And the number one thing that people choke on is meat. So glad I don't eat meat. But anyways, that's the number one thing that people choke on. But dying from choking can be very avoidable. People can actually, hit themselves against the edge of a chair to try to pop something out of their throat. Typically when someone's choking, there is a bit of an airway still. They can still get a little bit of air so that you can hear them making a noise, or it sounds like they're able to like almost talk. You can still do it. You can still help them if they look like you'll know. There's like the universal choking sign is like, I can't, he did a pretty dramatic dramatization for us of this whole event. And it's scary when someone's like, you're looking at someone and like, oh my God, they're having massive, like something massive is happening, like major stress, and it's scary to get involved and to touch another human, and of course you don't want to make it worse. But if you know that there's just this simple thing, call 911. If you're certain that the certainty is like by basically just doing those few things, yelling at them, hi, are you okay? They don't move. You shake them a little bit. You do this rubbing on the ribs with the knuckle. Oh, and the other thing I learned, so interesting, women have a 9%, we're 9% more likely to not be helped when we are down and out and are not breathing. And they did a study on this, and it's based on none other than the boob. It's the boob effect. They said people are afraid to open up someone's shirt or to even touch in that area because they're afraid that it's not okay to touch. But this is a life-saving measure. I mean, you have to get in there and you have to forget about all that stuff. So yeah, women apparently are way more susceptible to not having help in times like this. So that was interesting too. Sad, but interesting. So yeah, get in there. You're not, boobs are all over the place. They spread out. It doesn't matter. Just get in there. It's the middle. It's like the middle of the chest down here, and it doesn't matter anyway. Oh, and you have to take turns with somebody. You cannot, it's tiring. He basically said, get ready to switch with somebody because you will tire out within like a minute or two, believe it or not. And you're now not giving them enough, push for what they really need to keep the blood flowing through their body. So if there's someone else around that can help, for sure take turns and alternate so that until the fire department gets there, and you do the best you can. This person has basically already died, so you're just trying to do the best you can to hopefully have this almost like a miracle happen. But it's the best bet. It's the only way it can happen, is that there has to be this middleman, has to be a civilian that's there on the scene that can do something before, while they're waiting for the fire department to get there in time. So, okay guys, please like this video so that it will get out there and more people will see it, and they'll know that this is something they should know how to do, and that they should go maybe take a class or just even check stuff out on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go. Look at, I've got a cute little kitty on my lap. It's a cute little kitty. He's so sweet. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. This is, I don't know, we don't have a name for him yet.